All right, thanks again to Hugs. All right, heads up, we got to keep it a little bit esports. Press Start doesn't want us to say too much.
All right.
Too much inappropriate things. Like,
what's up,
that grimy trash talk, like the Shinin comment.
The Shinin too.
No, I got to know, did someone hand you like a card and say like, hey, when Scar asks you this is what you have to say? Or was that something of your own doing? Was that your own poetry?
It was actually, someone told me about it, and I thought it was really funny. So like, right before, he was like, "What do you have to say?" And I just, since I thought it was funny, I
just came to you. That's the moment.
I just decided to say it. And
you won the set though.
Yeah.
So that's the important thing. Oh man, I don't know where to start. So how you placed second in Project M?
Yeah.
How'd you do in teams in either game?
I feel like I just
team with Reno,
everything. Right? Yeah. Even though I got like second.
Second walks away with a pretty good amount of money. I mean, I bet when Tony handed you the cash, felt a little bit better.
Yeah, it was a little bit better. It was a little bit better. But I don't know. I felt like I just kept losing. It was an awful feeling.
That's pretty rough. You were looking good, and I did see your Project M. I wasn't commentating that, but I did see Axe went Marth against you, right, in winners. And
yeah, I don't know why
you made him regret that.
Yeah, actually, I don't know why.
I was wondering about that too. I'm like, I thought he'd go Pikachu or Falco or something.
Is so ridiculous.
In every game.
No, in PM.
In PM, it's worse.
Especially in PM. Like, I couldn't do anything. He just made a wall and like shield stun on that game. I feel like it's like less in melee. So like. Every time I hit his shield, I just felt like I couldn't do anything about it.
And he could take you. He'd take you out of shield.
Anytime I hit his shield, I felt like I couldn't do anything about it. Like, I even tried to block, and I just couldn't not get hit. So
I wonder if that's because of changes to
play PM,
characteristics or something. That's the nice thing about Project M is you can get a pretty good amount just by being very good at melee and playing the same character, playing similar characters.
Yeah.
But I know Axe actually, participates in the Project M tournaments a lot. I know you participated in Project M in SoCal sometimes, right?
I go, yeah, because there's like no melee tournaments. So I just go to them.
There's no melee tournaments. Oh yeah, because Blur's gone. So what? You just wait on Mayhems now?
There are some other locals, but. But anyway, didn't you want to like talk about like the matches or whatever?
All right.
I feel like we're not talking about like what we're supposed to talk about.
All right. Well, what do you want to talk about first then?
I feel like.
Let's start off with Project M.
Grand Finals set one away. I feel like the first set we played, I just wasn't playing that good.
Winners Finals, you mean?
Yeah, Winners Finals, I felt like I was a little off.
You switched to Fox.
In Grands, I just threw it away. Like, I think it was the second game, I was up 3-1, and I just like threw it away. It was awful.
I don't remember what. I thought you won game 2 of, or did you win game 1 of Grand Finals? I thought you won game 2 of Grand Finals.
I should have won. Maybe it was game 3 that I should.
It might have been game 3, which I think was on Battlefield.
Yeah.
So what was the situation there? Because he beat you on Battlefield in game 1. You stay struck to Battlefield. So did he say, will you agree to Battlefield, like with the threat of Final Destination looming over your head? Or did you just say Battlefield and you just let it rock? You didn't? Because it was his counter pick. Technically, he wasn't allowed to choose Battlefield unless you said that was okay.
Yeah, I'd rather play on Battlefield than like
Final?
any of the bigger stages, so I just decided it was a good idea. And I still think it is a good idea, and I probably will do it again.
How do you feel about Final Destination in that match? I know you went Fox and Winners, right? When he chose Final, you switched to Fox.
Yeah, because Fox, like, he doesn't die as easy. Like, he can just keep dying off the stage.
Right.
And, like,
he's got more chances, too.
All Pikachu could do is, like, nair him off the stage, and if he just DIs, he can, like, recover. But if, like, Falco does it, then he's just dead.
Right. He gets one chance.
Yeah.
Fox gets a couple.
Yeah, he gets, like, a couple extra, so.
Right.
I felt like if I don't die as much or as easy, and I could still, like, I don't know, kind of control him.
Right.
But I guess it obviously didn't work out, so I decided to go Falco the second set.
I think everyone, Westballz Falco, that's the hype. So that's what everyone really wants to see when you plug in a controller. I know you want to play Captain Falcon until you play someone that forces you off of him.
I was using some guy's controller, and it's like the Smash 4 controller, and like Gatsu and Gravy were like, oh, these controllers are perfect for like pivot stops. And I tried it and I was like, oh my goodness.
Is it like that's true, huh?
I started playing with this guy's controller and I was pivot stop tech chasing like a lot. And then I got I was having so much fun that the guy like right next to me was like, hey, can I have the control back? And I was like, wait, no, let me play. Like, this is so much fun.
I'll give you $30 if you leave and forget that you gave me this controller.
Yeah.
So that. Do you have any gripes about that controller? Just as a quick aside, because I hear different things about from everyone about the Smash 4 controller. I know it's coarse plastic, right?
I heard you can't like dash as easy, but I feel like I don't know.
I feel like if you break in a controller and get used to it, it's okay.
Yeah, but I think if you get it and you can at least dash at all, then you can learn how to dash the way that your controller is like hard at doing. So like, if you just practice like a hard way to like actually get it off, I think you could actually just do it. So that's my opinion on it.
Right on. Let's see, who did you play this tournament? Today, did you play anyone yesterday that you made note of, or? I mean, the pools were relatively clean sweeps, but.
I went Falcon because I was just like, oh man, I can't wait to play Falcon in pools. And
this was in pools?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, or it could have been bracket, I'm not sure. But I was playing this Ice Climbers and I went Falcon. And he grabs me like immediately in the beginning of the set and instantly does a wobble. And it's like, oh, okay, this guy does like a wobble.
Well, that's not a good feeling.
And then I come back, I zero to death him. And third stock, he grabs me and wobbles me. I was like, okay, he's pretty good at this.
All right.
And I come back and I zero to death him. And then he comes down, he grabs me again, he gets another wobble 3 times in a row. And I was like, oh my goodness, this guy's like really good at wobble. I was ready for him this time. Like, I was like mashing out and I couldn't do it. He was like getting it like perfect.
Yeah, just enough percent. The setup was right.
He wobbled me the 3rd time. And then I came back, I did another zero to death. And then it was last stock. And he grabs me again.
You got quadruple wobbles.
Yeah, and he grabs me again and wobbles me. 4 stock straight. That's the first time I've ever.
Wow. Do you remember who it was? Was it the Arizona player? Whose name eludes me right now? Was it Captain SHFFL?
It's Nathan.
Nathan. I think that might be Captain SHFFL. Or I don't know if
yeah, that sounds.
Yeah. I think that might be him. I actually played him earlier today.
Yeah.
But yeah, his wobble setups are pretty nasty.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah. Is that who it was?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that's who it was.
No, yeah, and then I went Fox at him next game, and I like 4-stocked him. And then 3rd match, it went like last stock, last hit.
Fox again.
And he actually had a grab on me, right? Last stock, last hit.
Did he flip the wobble?
And if he beat me, I think I would have been in losers. So like, he grabs me at 0%. I mashed out. And then Nana, like her CPU just randomly, like the most random time to ever do this. Like, cause I mashed out of Popo's grab. She, for some reason, right when I mashed out, like chain grabbed.
She re-grabbed you. She re-grabbed out of the mash out
perfectly, like not even like letting me like block or anything. Like she just grabbed me
as you're falling out of it.
I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's so good at bobbing. And I mashed out again. And then he tries to go for another grab, and I somehow like
you get a shine out, or
no, I got a spot dodge.
Okay.
And then a shine backer. I mean, it was over. But he was so close to beating me.
Wow. Yeah. Was that bracket or pools?
Actually, I'm pretty sure it was bracket. Now.
It was bracket. Oh, that could have been a pretty big deal, actually. Yeah. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I played him too, and it's just like, all right, I gotta hope I don't get grabbed. So at 0, it's fine, break out. But, you know, Ice Climbers have learned to set up that's like get you to like 30 or 40%, and then it's too late. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Let's see, you played Trot.
I still got a lot of money for 2nd.
Yeah, PSG and Tony, they kind of worked together to get that $1,000 pot bonus, and then that $1,000 got split amongst, and then the entry fee got split amongst. So yeah, you should and you only came down to Vegas though. This is a close drive for that much of a pot.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah. So thank you for coming out for that.
Yeah, Vegas. I always love coming to Vegas.
Was it like Tra that convinced you to go, or how'd you hear about us?
I just
Tra was bothering everyone.
$1,000 pot bonus. I was like,
you saw that?
Vegas. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go.
So, how'd you feel about, like, originally we were promoting you, Mewtwo King, and Axe. Like, how did you feel about, like, these $1,000 pot bonus, and you heard Axe and Mewtwo King, did that throw you off? You're like, you're going to take them anyway?
Actually, I didn't know they were coming at all. I just wanted to go.
Oh, you didn't even know Axe I
didn't even, I probably heard about this tournament like 5 days ago.
Oh, okay.
And then decided
good spur of the moment. Yeah, there you go.
Later that I would come. And then I finally, a day after that, I found a card pool. So, and...
That's quick planning. That worked out nice.
But the reason why is because I didn't check the event page. Someone was like, "Oh, dude, Wes, there's $1,000 pop bonus. You should go." And I was like, "Yeah, I should." And then I just came. And then this venue is pretty good. I actually really like it.
Yeah.
Setup and everything.
We had a perfect amount of entrants that it wasn't a problem. If we'd gotten maybe 20 more people, it might have been a problem.
It was a little crowded, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, and we've got the fans on every corner because it's an arcade, so they're good about keeping people cooler than playing games.
Yeah.
But yeah, how do you feel about the monitors? Have you played on monitors like this before and everything?
I actually don't want to play on it again. But
really?
I guess I would do it again.
Yeah, if there's a $1,000 pop bonus.
Yeah, there's definitely lag, but not that it's better than It's like this one time this guy showed me a flat screen that had some sort of gadget that made it run really well. And I think, what are you guys using? Are you using that
I don't know. It's a very specific setup because you have to have a very specific monitor. We're using BenQs. There's guides online. But then you also need to be using a Wii. You can't use a GameCube. If you use a Wii plus a Wii to HDMI adapter, and that's a very specific piece of equipment too. So you have to have 3 very specific pieces of equipment to get it to this specific setup.
I just don't think you can get.
You're a CRT purist.
Yeah, you can't. No, I'm not a purist. I actually just feel it. And I mean, it's not that big a deal, obviously. But I don't know. I think it could affect maybe top
to some degree.
Maybe at least change at least the stream setup for CRTs or something.
Which
everything else could be played on that.
Right.
And then at least when you're going into the finals, I feel that you should at least have a CRT for that.
And that's something that Evo's been good about. Evo has kind of decided to CRT. I mean, that's going to be a heck of a time for them to set up all the CRTs. But I remember the first time Evo was.
These would work for Evo.
CRT.
But in the finals, or winners finals of your pool,
you want a big clunky CRT on the main stage, right?
CRT to know.
You want a team of 4 people to carry that TV onto stage, right? Okay. All right, so.
I think Axe is ready to get interviewed now.
All right. Do you want to talk about any other matches? I heard you 2-0'd Psycho. Did he keep it close with you? Or
I don't remember.
Psycho was a Sheik player. He played first today, I think.
That doesn't change anything.
Felt like a good win. Must have been a solid win if you went through it. Any other players that you? We did. I wanted to talk to you about Hugs. That was a tense game.
Yeah, that was actually. I had to take a little break after that.
I don't blame you because I think everyone in the room had to take a little break after that.
There's definitely there's times to pop off, and that was definitely not one of them.
Right. But you could feel everyone's heart was so into that game that.
Yeah, when I won, I was like, oh.
I get to play.
I just sat back and I was like, oh.
Yeah, and I mean you can see it on Hugs' face. So I think he knows how good you are. So it's not the feeling of oh, I should have won necessarily, but he had a whole lot of heart in that game too, and you could tell it from everyone in the room was really dedicated that match. Yeah. So shout outs to him.
That guy. It's that guy that wobbled me. That guy over there.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Wobbler.
The Wobbler, Captain SHFFL, Arizona's.
Captain SHFFL?
Yeah, that's how it's spelled. We might be pronouncing
Captain
it
Wobbles.
wrong. Yeah, really. From the state of Wobbles, he knows how to do it. All right. So I'm gonna let you go. Axe has got to go promote her sponsor.
Right,
where's your sponsor at?
I don't have a sponsor, dude.
Aren't you top 10 in the world?
Maybe.
What melee it on me? Put you at? Are you 8th?
I'm 9th.
You're 9th. Do you know who's above you?
Wait, what?
You know who's above you then? Because it's the gods, Leffen, Axe. Who's between you and Axe?
Hacks.
Is it Hacks?
Yeah, Hacks.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about that?
I don't care.
You don't care? Didn't you try to call him out? But then he's got. I think he's got legitimate Johns.
I actually don't. It wasn't a real call out.
It wasn't a real call. It was a Twitter call out.
It was just
where you can just chill on it if nothing happens.
We just wanted to play because we knew we were both
Have you played at all?
We know we were the best like
reps of
besides
those
the top
characters.
5.
Right.
So we were just like, we should play it out.
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome to see. Hopefully he gets better soon.
Yeah,
I don't know his situation right now, but hopefully he gets back up to speed.
Yeah.
Do your hand exercises. You probably should too, Mr. Multi-Shine.
I actually do.
You do? All right, cool. Westballz, best multi-shiner in the world.
I never play for longer than an hour because you can actually feel it in your hands if you play longer.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I know if
like
I take a
always
break and I
take
have
a break.
extended plays, I'm feeling it in my bones and everything. So
Whenever I
good,
play
good health
an hour,
habits.
I always like take a break.
Yeah, that's a good choice. All right.
Get something to eat.
So thank you for coming down.
Yeah, thanks for having me, dude.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you again.
You took away a lot of winning, so I hope you had fun. Hopefully you make it down to next thing.
Yeah.
We've got Level Up Expo, I think, in April, but we'll keep in contact. We'll make sure to bother the SoCal Facebook and all that, so hopefully you get advertised too.
All right, for sure.
All right. Thanks for coming, Westballz. See you next time.
Thanks for having me.